We have a lot to talk about today, folks. Starting with Sensei, we haven't talked about it since it happened because our Tuesday shows are essentially non-existent right now. Did you see the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson press conference? First topic of the day. I want to know what your thoughts are.
I didn't see the entire press conference
Okay.
because I usually wait till talk to you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I saw like snippets and clips. I saw the photo of Jake Paul doing his best Sensei reenaction with his body, dude. Tell me how we're turning now. That's what I commented. Twins,
yeah,
me and Jake Paul, Sensei bod, dude. This is the new phrase for that is the Sensei bod.
Yeah, dude. Jake is. Everybody gets mad that I talk about Jake's weight. I'm not sure why, but you have to when he is as big as he is. It makes no sense. Look at this picture, dude. This is insanity to me.
Yeah.
That's a real picture of Jake Paul in 2024.
He's what, 230? You know what he looks like?
Plus, apparently.
You know, like when you're creating a character like a fighter. Like
I was gonna tweet this. He looks like the.
You just raise the weight up,
yeah,
and it goes up it just goes automatically. That's exactly what it looks like.
So apparently he's like 180.
Increase the weight.
He's 185 in this picture. He's like 230 here. He kind of looks like Wreck-It Ralph a little bit. He's got like a little bit of Wreck-It Ralph to him.
He never had the best genetics. So like when now you put on just like quickly put on weight with him, it just makes it look even worse. You know what I mean? He's never had the best. His ab genetics and his chest genetics have never been great. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? He's got a little chest here. What are you trying to say?
Bro, I'm just saying the genetics physically are not fantastic.
He says he's a natural heavyweight.
This man don't know what he's talking about. What is he talking about? Natural heavyweight.
Well, think about it. If he's walking around at 215, I mean, technically,
he looks like a trucker, not like a super athlete, dude. What are you saying?
You're telling me that's the body of a trucker?
Too many hours. It looks like he works too many hours.
He does
and also he doesn't move around enough on his job. That's what it looks like.
He does.
Looks like his lower back hurts. Looks like he got freaking knee pain.
You're just describing me, dude. He doesn't have the freaking woman's body like I do. Nah, he looks like a biker gang member. He kind of does with the whole like
exactly
back in my day type of thing.
When you see that, you can think, oh, maybe he's not working hard because you see other people, fantastic genetics, shredded to the gills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
of course, it's crazy.
Yeah. That's
so
hilarious.
He's still a freaking athlete. It's it's almost like a superpower, dude.
Yeah.
Because like you think,
it's the definition of a sleeper build.
He's a YouTuber. Look, he's still exactly it's a sleeper build. I
tried telling people that they didn't like it, but that is one of the big things to come out of the press conference. Yep. Right, is that Jake is a lot bigger than he was.
Face off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's take a look at
Jake and Tyson throwing little body punches.
What'd you think about that? What'd you think about the little body punches there, huh? Little strategy from Tyson, little strategy
for things to come.
Yeah, right.
And like Jake with like the half-hearted push. So I'm gonna push him, but not really gonna push him because he'll probably bite my ear off. But
yeah, like let me just like kindly shove you, Mike, that type of thing.
But hey,
Mike was sharp on stage though, man. Like
Jake was very respectful to Anderson. He's even being more respectful to Mike. I know it's gonna be disrespectful on that day, but that's I told you that may come into play because the psychology is already different.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna go in there and try to take him out. Still, already like he pushed him, but he didn't. So there's still a little something there where you feel like maybe you're pushing an old man. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. That makes sense. No, I think you're.
There's a little bit. There's something there. It's not the same as like. You know what I mean?
But think about it this way. He, like you said, he was very respectful with Anderson the same way. Is it because of the age, you think? Or is it the legend status? Or like, what do you think it is?
Oh, it's both. Okay. It's obviously the legend status.
Yeah. But even more so.
There's a respect there. There's a respect there that you carry your entire life.
Plus, I think him and Mike, I mean, I don't know this to be true for real, but they both have keep saying like, oh, we really like each other. I think they're actually decent.
And they had a relationship prior to the fight,
So here is let's watch some of the highlights here. We're just gonna let this run through from the press conference. Mike was sharp on stage, man. I was a little bit surprised at how quick-witted he was with some of the stuff he was saying. I was like, wow, okay, Mike.
For president.
Check this out.
Are too old to be fighting a guy who's 28?
Well, I'm beautiful. That's all I can say.
How is
First off, how do you think Mike looks? Like, just looking at him.
It's fantastic for his age.
Yeah, for 58, he looks like, you know, I don't know how it works at 58, but it feels like Mike can get himself in pretty good shape pretty quick. Like, even that Roy Jones fight, It was like he came off the couch, and all of a sudden, like you saw, even Joe Rogan was talking about it. He was like, I interviewed him 5 months apart, and he was a different dude. He said he came in, he was like 300 pounds, you know, fat and sassy.
Right.
And then he came in, and he was all...
He's a fighter, dude. He's a champion fighter.
Just like into the mic, not wanting to say anything. It's crazy, dude.
Training camp going, because we see the 30-second clips with Rafael Cordero and your whole team, but could you give us a little more insight into how things are going?
I'm doing great, but my body's right now. I'm sore. Yeah, I'm really sore.
I think you're playing possum.
No, I wish.
And Mike wanted this.
I mean, you had to know that.
I know, but that's not. I know that, but that is not good. Because there's two things. Yes, you're sore, but also he's saying his body is not reacting the way he wants it, which means he's not feeling great. You can be sore, but the difference of like, I feel sore, but I'm like, you know, I'm out there moving. He's like, I'm sore and I'm tired.
Yep.
I'm exhausted.
He said the same thing in the Roy fight. He was like, remember, he was like, I hit the mitts that first day and I had to be in bed for a week.
Right.
That's what he said.
So this is not good, dude. All the people out there that are like, Mike Tyson, you trust Watch, he's gonna knock him out, dude. Jay can't hold him. This is all bad signs, dude. When you start hearing him say, because now it's getting real.
Are you talking about Papa? You're talking about Papa Plim right now. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, Papa Plim, everybody out there that wants Mike Tyson to win. You might be in for a rude awakening, because when he says stuff like that, he's telling you. He's like, oh, I think you're playing possum. And he's like, no, bro, I'm not. I'm hurt. Like, okay, the old man is speaking, bro. He's not, because people can think that, oh, he's setting Jake up. Setting him up. Nope.
I mean, he was the Art of War at one time. You remember this? I thought he did like the Achilles.
Bro,
that was the Art of War.
Roy Jones? After the fight.
I know.
Why is no one worried about me? You know, dude. That was crazy.
You don't think any of this is possum at all?
No, bro. He fought. He's like, why is no? When he did that, I was like, this Mike should never fight again. When he said, why is no one worried about me? What about me? I'm the beginner. Oh, whoa. That's an old man.
Yeah.
Mike wanted it.
The champion boxer says, I'm the beginner.
I think you're playing possum.
No, I wish.
And Mike wanted this. Mike wanted it to be a pro fight. He wants the war. And so I respect that. I respect them for taking this fight, for stepping up to try to put an end to me. Because that's what all these fighters have been trying to do, is end the YouTuber. And if Mike can do that, then he's a hero.
No! Bro, Mike, you know who Mike is?
Who's Mike?
It's you at the cookout, at the family barbecue, and the kids are shooting around. And there's the old man go, I can still beat y'all on the court. Let me get my shoes.
Why is the old man got a country accent all of a sudden? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about, your barbecues or cookouts or something, Okay. So,
okay.
And he ties his laces tight, goes out there, and then he ends up like
blows an ACL immediately.
Tom Segura, dude, just jumps once and everything falls.
Can I show that video? I have to show it.
His body just melts. See ya. Everything goes, no, sir, we're not doing none of that.
I have to show it now. All right, so for people that don't know, the Tom Segura video that Sensei's talking about, this is one of the funniest yet most gruesome and brutal injuries you will ever see in your life.
This is a great example.
Tom Segura decided he was going to try to dunk a basketball for some reason, and I think this is the video.
This is delusion. The arm. Are you okay? It's crazy. First off, you just saw this man. He snapped his Achilles, his ACL, his MCL, every tendon. His freaking femur snapped, dude.
Dude,
On the way up. And then his arm folds underneath and around him.
listen.
Okay? You okay? Look at what you just saw, dude.
Dude, look at his arm. Look at his arm.
Bro.
His arm is shattered.
Are you okay? Get him out of there, dude.
I'm fucking dead. So that is Mike at the cookout, you're saying, essentially.
That's Mike. Yeah, exactly.
Holy
he's, by the way, he's telling you.
Facts.
He's going, guys. And here's the other problem. When he's telling Jake, I want this to be a real fight, he is not thinking clearly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
You think when you
Tyson,
say he's not thinking clearly, what do you mean? By the way, we got $2 from Juan Jovi. Stoned Sensei equals sunglasses. There you go.
Okay.
Always.
Okay, listen. Allergy Sensei. Now,
do you mean it's like you think money is in people in his camp, or like, no, yeah, you can do this? Or
no,
what
he's Chuck Liddell, bro. It's just the fighter. It's just every fighter just always will think that they can do it. Like every super athlete, I can get back out there. I can do it again. Not all of them do it, but a lot of the greats end up fighting way past their prime. Look at all the podcasts of these athletes that they have out there now. Give me back out there. Give me a 10-day contract. Give me one. I can be on third down. I can do that. Yeah, I can spot up. You know what I'm saying? Give me a couple minutes. I can make $20 million. They all have that confidence in themselves.
Right.
And this is where it becomes dangerous because it's not a basketball game. I mean, Tom Segura proved that anything can almost kill you.
Right.
But in a boxing match, you're talking about, no, let's make it a pro fight. Oh.
Yeah, bro.
It's just, and then he's like, my body. I mean, it's not good. You know, it's just.
Yeah.
This is why you don't let the fighter make all the decisions. This is, but then again, Mike Tyson's his own man, obviously, and at this point, he's his own promoter essentially.
Yeah.
But, when your fighter coming up, your manager goes, "No, you're not fighting the champion nowadays, right now, because most up and coming pros they have like 2 fights, like I want to fight the champ right now."
Yeah.
But they don't let him. I'll fight him right now. You know what I mean? They like Ryan Garcia when he took the fight with Tank underweight. I don't care. That's him.
Yeah.
His team was probably like, don't do it. Nah, bro, watch. I'm the baddest man in the world. Okay. Now he learns from it. But these type of things happen all the time with fighters. Obviously the super confidence I can do it. And it's not looking good, dude. It's not looking good.
Is that the goal here? Are you trying to put an end to Jake Paul?
No, I really like Jake a lot, but once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
Hey, yo, come on now. That's a little bit of the old Mike right there. That's what we like.
Yeah, it is.
That's not old Mike, and I said this in my video. That's not old Mike after all the issues. That was young, humble, hungry Mike. He used to have phrases like that when he was coming like on the way up for that belt. That's how he used to talk, bro. I used to love, like, if you go back and listen to it. Go ahead.
I think mentality is overrated, though, a little bit.
Of course,
because
at this point, of course.
I can find a homeless man who thinks the same thing.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. But mentality it has to be in conjunction with greatness, right?
Right. You want to see that for sure.
But that's when mentality is important. Is like when you're already great and you're physically in your prime and you can, will yourself that little bit more based on the mentality that you have. It can make or break you. Like you've seen some of the greatest athletes with the wrong mentality get broken.
Right. When they're both super athletes, they're both in their prime, and there's an edge. Yeah. It's great when getting an edge, but I know people see that and go, "Oh, look, since his mind's right," because it's the people who also go, "I see red." I do
UFC, bro.
Yes, that's and that mentality is important in fighting when you're at the top. What the hell did I just
remix, son? Hold on, I gotta hit him with the
the upper echelon.
There you go.
Bars,
bars on top of bars.
But that means nothing to me.
Yeah, it's just a nice line.
I got 6-year-old kids who talk to me like that, like they're gonna beat me up, dude, on a weekly basis.
If your kids in your class were saying, "I'm gonna fight you like your life depends on it," Sensei, I would die.
Dude, they think they're the freaking Red Power Ranger, bro. They come in thinking they're Spider-Man. They actually believe it, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, It is what it is.
You have to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
For sure, I think it's 50-50, you know? I truly believe that there's a lot of people who, you know, see me as an arrogant ass. I can be sometimes, but I'm just having fun and entertaining the world. And I do think that the older generation wants people to see Mike knock me out, but at the end of the day, I also have the kids, the middle schoolers, the high schoolers, the college students rooting for me and want to see me and Mike. He's a killer, he's a warrior.
I don't think they're in middle school no more, Jake.
I was going to say, I think it's probably a 90-10 for Jake right now, maybe a 95-5. And I think, and I said this in my video, I hope that Jake realizes that, because I would want to see him be a full heel here, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, again, he has probably way too much respect for Mike to go like full bad and be like, listen, this old geriatric, whatever, you know, he's probably not going to do that. But
yeah, bro. You can't do too much.
But like to be like, I'm going to knock Mike out and I'll be the last fight on his record. Like, I will be your last loss. Like that kind of stuff. You don't have to be super disrespectful. You just have to say what you want to do.
Right. He's doing it with class.
Yeah. But what Jake does well.
Which is smart, because if you do that well, then when you win.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. He does this very, very well. He's going to do it right here. Listen to this.
He's been doing this his whole entire life. So it's second nature to him. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I've been doing it at a super high level. But on July 20th, I'm going to show the world that I can outbox Mike Tyson and prove everyone wrong and show that I will be the one doing the killing.
By the way, how much you weigh these?
So that is what Jake does very well. It's I've always called it reframing.
Yep.
It's essentially what he does, which is again what makes you buy the fight. Because you think this guy's out of his mind. Because, like you said, there's a lot of icy red people that are like, you're never going to outbox Mike Tyson. Never. I don't care if he's 57, 50. I don't care. Right?
Yeah.
And it also eliminates the big plot device, which is that Mike is not Mike. The Mike he's talking about is not the Mike that everybody's thinking about when he says that. Right?
Yep.
Which is, again, what he does well. He did that with Anderson, too. I think it's a genius move because, like you said, it alley-oops himself to, if he loses, which... You know, let's say that happens. He's like, yeah, it was Mike Tyson.
Yep.
If he wins, it's like, I just beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It's genius.
These days.
I'm heavy. Big boy. 230s.
Damn.
I wanted to shoot around because I wanted more action.
Ariel, chill, buddy. I'm going to say, damn.
Damn, bro. Okay.
230.
So someone asks why. Someone asks why it's 2 minutes. And 14-ounce gloves is what Mike says.
I wanted to shoot around because I wanted more action. If we only have 2 minutes, we'll fight more.
It's gonna be
more action.
It's gonna be a firefight. More punches.
He's so
pissed,
serious
bro.
with whoever asked that question.
I don't know why Mike Tyson reminds me. I have this little dragon. He's 4 years old. His name is Omar.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He just like when we tell him that we can't have a snowball fight, that's what he just looked like. Just very matter of fact and immediately
just has no idea why
about things that why are you upset? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
He's like, what do you mean? Why am I upset? You just told me we couldn't have snowball fights. This is devastating news.
The way it paid to me, he looked pissed. He's like more action.
This is the thing. God. Mike is so unpredictable, and again, as we get closer to the fight, I think we're gonna get that way more because usually, again, this generation is very used to like. Sedated. That's the way I look at Mike when he's on his podcast or he's taking shrooms or smoking. He's like a sedated tiger. They keep injecting him with a tranquilizer so that he just doesn't wake up. So when he finally wakes up, people are like, "Oh shit, what the fuck's going on here?" And don't remember that he was out here trying to eat people's kids in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So that's like what you're gonna see is that what you just saw times like 20 as we get closer. He's gonna just start like. Killing reporters in the press conferences when they ask questions, like literally.
There, so I think it's more entertaining for the.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of sprints because I saw him doing a lot of running. I've been doing a lot of sprints. Yeah.
Time I saw Mike was 2 months ago. He was chill. Rumor is he's not so chill now. No weed, eating raw meat. Let's see today. Is that an accurate assessment of where you're at? Are you not so chill?
I'm pretty chill right now.
Yeah, you seem pretty chill.
Pretty chill.
Yeah, Mike.
He's charismatic, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, when Mike is himself and he's not trying to be the, I'll eat your children. When he's doing that, he's himself. He's very, very likable. Like young Mike was very likable. when he was like giving all the praise to Ali, and he was sitting there and the Arsenio Hall show and doing that. Young Mike, man.
I want to let you know that I actually work for Jake Paul. I've gotten to know
him this was better Derek asking his question.
Oh, God.
Pretty well. I've seen him box quite a bit, and I can confidently say that you're going to knock his out, Mike. Wow. You're going to knock his out. Let's go.
Mike's so confused.
Well, and I can confidently say that you're fired.
Hey, Jake, I'm the face of the company. You know you can't fire me. I am better.
Security.
But, Mike, my only question is, what round are you going to knock him out in?
Hey, come to the fight. Hope you can afford a ticket.
Do you?
I told you, he's funny, man. Witty with it too, man. Gets fired now. He can't afford the ticket. Come on now.
Oh,
come on, Mike. Hope he can't afford the ticket.
Feel like you'll be able to take Mike Tyson's power at this stage?
I know I will be able to. I'm a natural.
What's wrong? What's wrong over there? You okay?
Heavyweight. This is what I was born. I'm a natural born heavyweight. This is
like
what
the
I
most
was born
booze
to
he
do, is
got.
to move up into this weight class, and I'm going to show Mike who has the more power, because he's underestimating me. I think everyone else is underestimating me, and I believe that I hit harder. I know it's going to be tough. I know I'm going to have to fight through adversity. I know I might even go to the canvas. I'm scared, don't get me wrong, but it's not about the fear stopping me. It's about going into it even though I am scared, and that's what true bravery is.
Where's your money?
I thought for sure Jake was going to say, when he said it's not about, I thought he was for sure going to start hitting the Rocky line. It's not about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard you can get hurt. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. I was like, no way he's going to start saying it.
No way. Yeah.
All right, so he said a lot there. He said he's a natural heavyweight.
Bro. That's wrong.
He said he's got more power than Mike, and he's going to be doing the killing, and that everyone doubts him.
Power thing may be right at this time.
Yeah, I
and the power will sustain too longer.
Yeah,
so.
I kind of agree there. And then he said that he's going to prove everyone wrong, and taking this fight shows true bravery.
The true bravery part is to be announced.
What do you mean?
It's TBA, dude. Because we don't know the Mike that you're gonna get that's up in the air. You know what I mean?
I would argue that Mike taking this is also pretty fucking brave at his age.
I would say for Mike, that's the more braver thing.
But people won't give that to me if I say that, because they're like, "Well, it's Mike." Of course not. What do you mean it was brave? But it really,
right?
It is though. Like, yeah, and because it's Jake, but it is like 58 years old at the time he's gonna fight, not boxed seriously in 25 years. This is like
extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
When you say boxing in general, like at that age, and regardless of your experience and how good he is and his knowledge and his ability to do things, it's still a boxing match, and it's extremely dangerous for anybody, let alone somebody that age.
Yeah,
and who's also fought a long time and has been dropped and knocked out, and all that damage is already there. So that if Jake, he's young and relatively healthy, hasn't taken a lot of damage. So if he has like a rough fight, anything can happen. But I'm just saying, like it's not like it's a crazy risk, because he's not fighting like a young Mike Tyson or taking a risk where he's fighting like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's TBA for me, for Jake, the bravery part. Smart.
Super smart.
Yo, Mike, how would you
Actually,
like...
there's a better clip of this I want to show you. So this kid, which you sent me this because you were so astounded. This kid has a question, and this young child from the city that never sleeps.
It's the little brother of the original We Outside kid.
I wonder if it is, because I was wondering about that too. He has the same,
That's the thing. That's just a New York.
That's a New York
They're
thing.
all the same.
Yeah.
This kid is a freaking redhead. You would never expect it from him.
Who would train me better, Jake or you, Mike?
Me, definitely me.
Older fighters have more heart and balls and weren't afraid, but I think the newer fighters have more skill and technique and are sharper. So that's why I'd be a better coach.
I want to get back to that in a second. I think this is the most interesting part of the presser, to be honest with you. But let's listen to this.
Yeah, tight shit. So you think he has bigger balls? Who do you think's got a higher body count? What's your body count, Jake? What's your body count?
No.
Where is this kid's mother?
That's literally
that
you
part.
right there. That's you.
Yeah.
Jake, you think yours is higher?
They missed the Gaga type shit.
Definitely not. Jace is definitely not higher.
Not higher than Mike Tyson. I mean, if we're entertaining
No
the
way.
conversation, Mike Tyson in the 90s, what are we talking about, dude? I hate to be
100x.
I hate to be crude, but they could have loaded it up in slingshots and thrown it at him. Dude, like they could have this is how they were doing it in the 90s to Mike Tyson. Yeah. In Vegas, bro, what are we talking about?
Yeah, bro. Oh God.
But the first part of that conversation, first off, today's youth is ruined. It's over. Like there's no getting it back.
That's a New York kid though.
Right. But
that's a New York kid. That's not changing. That's gonna be there.
But I'm saying we didn't know it until social media came out. Now we know it. And now
I knew it. I got cousins from the Bronx.
Right, but now a worldwide audience can see that.
Yeah, now and everyone.
And now it's like, oh, that's the cool thing to do. Let's start asking people their body count at 11 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people that.
The first thing the kid gets on the mic and goes, he's like, "What the fuck's up, everybody?"
That's how he opened it up.
God bless. But it is what it is. You're right. It's New York kids. But what did you think about the comparison that Jake made from the old school boxers to the new school? Did you you want me to replay it so you can hear it again?
Yeah, it reminds me of like just all sports talk right now. Like all sports talk.
I know. Yeah.
Basketball, football, mainly those two.
Let's play this again.
Sports.
I want to hear him say.
Who would train me better, Jake or you, Mike?
Me, definitely me.
Older fighters have more heart and balls and weren't afraid, but I think the newer fighters have more skill and technique and are sharper. So that's why I'd be a better coach.
He thinks that newer fighters are better skilled with technique and are sharper. I said this in my video. I don't even know if it made the cut. Leo cut it down because I talked about it for like 30 minutes by itself. But I don't agree that the new generation is just so much more skillful. I don't agree. Like your boy. Well, I mean, we could talk about, just name a legendary boxer from back in the day. Salvador Sanchez. How about that? Your guy.
Oh, yeah, Salvador. Oh.
How is he not one of the most technical boxers ever? When Roy Jones is saying, the best boxer I've ever seen in my life is Salvador Sanchez, what are we talking about? Like, top to bottom, overall. I mean, we can go down the list of people. Wilfredo Lopez, Wilfredo Gomez.
Yep.
We could talk, I mean, honestly, we could talk Joe Louis. We could talk Muhammad Ali. We could talk, but the problem is, to me anyway, even Mike Tyson, by the way, people act like Mike wasn't one of the most technical boxers of his era because of his knockout percentage and the way he did it, but you don't realize how he did it and how he got there. He didn't just walk through punches. He was a smaller guy that utilized head movement, footwork to get into positions that most heavyweights couldn't. Yeah. And then when he did, it was detonation. But what I think Jake can say is that maybe there's a higher density of skilled boxers now across the sport. So the sport as a whole, like you said, you talk about this in basketball, as a whole, the sport has gotten better, but it doesn't mean the top level to me is far and away better.
Yeah, no, but like, and this the same thing with like martial arts. When you talk about boxing as a martial arts instructor, it's like the application versus skill, effectiveness versus skill.
Yeah.
Right. So you can have a lot of skills, which is like you can look great in the mitts, right? Yeah. You can have a lot of skills, but it doesn't equate to you being a great fighter because there's so many nuances in fighting that have still yet to be explained or broken down or detailed from a coach to a fighter. Yeah. So obviously with more information, people are going to become more skilled because the more you get more fighters, the more fights that happen, the more information you get, the more information you can download and you can break down and say, you can do it like this, do it like this, do it like that, right? You just natural progression because you have more information.
Yep.
However, we're seeing this in other sports, and basketball is a great example. where like the numbers get involved and they start seeing these numbers. Well, okay, maybe it makes more sense to do it this way, and they start to predetermine outcomes based off of previous information and history.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always equate to winning. So you might have like a super technical boxer, but then you see someone like George Foreman, who was super effective as a fighter with a unique style.
Yeah, I agree that.
So he was very skilled at what he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it didn't look skilled. Like extremely skilled at what he did. Plus the toughness and stuff, I think matters. Like you said, the mentality, the attitude.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to very skilled people, that's going to be the edge.
We just saw this happen to a degree in the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight. I mean, going into that fight and coming out of it, you could say Devin probably has more tools as a boxer. Right? He's more skillful as a boxer. Didn't matter. What mattered was one guy was super skilled at a couple of things, and those couple of things just so happened to be some of the greatest weaknesses. And Devin fought a ridiculous fight. But that left hook, there's no one in boxing right now that does it better than Ryan Garcia.
And instincts.
And his ability
to have better instincts.
Exactly. His ability to anticipate and shoot, when to throw punch, accuracy behind it, all of it.
You know what a perfect example right now is? In basketball, right? Now they have very exotic, even football is a good example. They're very exotic plays, but basketball is a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Explain it. They have very exotic plays now that they didn't run before.
Yeah.
All those plays still end up with one guy with the basketball and somebody else defending.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's you versus me, and you're trying to protect me from getting to the hoop.
Yeah. So
at the end of the day, what's better is when somebody has better instincts with the basketball, has better instincts, better as an attitude of attack mode. Is the toughness will come into play when it comes to finishing through a foul for an and one. You know what I mean? So those things still matter more than we have this perfect play drawn up, and if we do it perfectly, it's going to win, and we're going to predetermine this win. Instead of being like, listen, this is what I have to work with, and then I approach it and I let my instincts take over.
Facts.
And I think we're seeing too much, not strategy, but maybe too much strategy. Too much.
Yeah. Overcomplication of the simple things.
Overcomplication of things.
Yeah.
And they were a lot simpler back then.
I agree.
And we'll see which one's better. Yeah.
Here's the face-off. Little body shots there from Mike. Jake does the posture, I'm bigger than you posture deal here, which he is, to be fair. How about Mike's freaking traps, though? What the heck is going on, dude?
Yeah.
Those things are popping out the shirt.
Perfect for Mike, though. This is what he's used to. He's used to somebody being...
Yeah, right? He's fought shorter, lighter most of his life. And he goes right to the go-to, by the way. We go ahead and combination to the body, son. So stand up nice and tall for me. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. You got Nikisa separating them. You know what I'm saying? All right, there it is, man.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.